One of the biggest problems with Alcoholics Anonymous is that there's no end, but nowhere else really in recovery is recovery permanent and forever. Recovery kind of means temporary. That's kind of what the word means. You recover from something and then you're recovered and then you move the F on with your life. And so this never ending part, this forever recovery model that Alcoholics Anonymous has definitely benefits Alcoholics Anonymous. And even sometimes maybe the high control can help us get sober in the beginning, but there are a lot of ways to get sober these days, like now that it's not the 1930s, that don't involve high control in order for us to get sober. According to the NIH in the United States, they say stable recovery is around 5 years. So the way that I see it, it's like I get to decide when my brain is recovered from alcohol addiction or alcohol use disorder. And for me, that decision happened when I was 10 years sober, but I could have left much earlier. I thought about leaving at 5 years sober, but I was still so controlled by the ideology that I didn't know that was a possibility. I think people can leave even sooner because alcohol use disorder, which is the current diagnosis in the United States, is a spectrum, mild, moderate to severe. So depending upon what your drinking was like, what your trauma or your history was like, what you've been through, where you're at now, how long you've been in recovery, or how much work you've done to get your brain out of the habit of drinking. All those different factors are going to be unique to individuals. And there might be people that want to choose to be in forever recovery model, but it's a choice. It's not a requirement. The idea that we have to be in recovery forever is like a brainwashing of the American culture. I don't know if it's like that in your country. Let me know in the comments. Alcoholics Anonymous spent a long time on a PR campaign getting the forever recovery model into the minds of Americans, into our institutions, into Hollywood, into media, into doctors. But we don't really see that as a reality today, that recovery has to be forever, that at a certain point in time, our brains do recover. And I'm not talking about drinking again, although some people do leave AA and drink again and they're totally fine and they're able to moderate it. Or they do the Sinclair method where they have a pill that helps them to be more moderate in their drinking. But I'm talking about the concept in and of itself that recovery has to be forever. It's outdated. And I think it's a prison. It's a cage. It can trap us and it can make us feel like we have to be in a recovery model and actively working in a survival mode way of being for the rest of our lives. And it's simply not true. I think we get to decide. It obviously doesn't matter what I think. I've made my decision for me. The only matters what you think. What's true for you? How long do you think alcohol recovery is? How long is alcohol recovery for you? Let me know in the comments.